watch something new, learn something new. Welcome to your digital classroom. I am Saji Kevi and you are watching my channel, the EUREKA. The poem Daffodils is written by William Wordsworth. He is the lover of nature. The poem describes the impact of nature on human being. The poet was wandering by the side of a lake. While he was wandering, he saw a beautiful host of golden daffodils that made him feel happy. And whenever he is in sad or thoughtful mood, the sight of these golden daffodils brought joy to his life. Thus, the poem shows the impact of nature on human being. Now, let's go through the poem Daffodils. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over the vales and hills. The poet roamed about, wandered about like a cloud that moves, that floats over the hills and over the valleys. And the poet was in a lonely, sad mood while wandering. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. While the poet was wandering, he saw a large number of golden daffodils, a large number of golden daffodils growing beside the lake under the trees. And these golden daffodils seemed to be fluttering and dancing. The first line of the poet is compared to a cloud moving in the sky, figure of speech, simile. And again, we find in the fourth line of poem a host of golden daffodils. Here, poet personifies golden daffodils and tells the golden daffodils dance and flutter in the gentle breeze, as figure of speech is personification. Continues as stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. These golden daffodils were spread as continuously as the stars that shine on the Milky Way. And they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of way. And these golden daffodils spread along the margin, spread along the bank of the lake in an unending line. The end of these daffodils cannot be seen. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The poet saw large number of golden daffodils at one sight. It seemed to him he had seen some 10,000 daffodils at one sight that were dancing lively, that were dancing joyfully. Hyperbole is the figure of speech poet uses here as he exaggerates the sight of golden daffodils as 10,000 daffodils at one sight. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. The poet tells, the waves of the lake danced, but the golden daffodils also danced, and the dance of the golden daffodils was much more attractive and beautiful than the dance of the waves in the lake. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. But poet could not be sad, but to be joy in such a joyful company because poet found the nature is in a happy mood and the flowers are dancing in that joyful company. Poet cannot be sad. In the beginning, we found the poet was lonely and sad as he was moving. But when he saw the golden daffodils, his heart was filled with joy. And he tells, in the joyful company of the nature, poet has to be happy. He cannot be sad in that joyful company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the shore to me had brought. And the poet went on looking at the golden daffodils. He simply enjoyed the sight of golden daffodils. The poet did not think about the wealth that the sight of golden daffodils brought to him. He simply be part of the nature and enjoyed the nature very much. He enjoyed the company of nature very much. Thus, when we are with the nature, nature fills the heart with joy. And later, in the impact of nature on man, let's see. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. Very often, when I lie on my couch, on my cot, in sad or thoughtful mood, pensive mood, the sight of golden daffodils pass to my mind, to my inward eye, to my imagination. And that is the joy of being alone, the bliss of solitude, the happiness of being alone. Whenever the poet was in sad or thoughtful mood, the beautiful sight of golden daffodils flashed through his mind, and that sight made the poet feel happy. Then my heart with the pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. Poet felt that the sight of golden daffodils filled his mind and heart with joy. As a result, he danced with the golden daffodils as he had seen by the side of the lake under the trees, the golden daffodils growing. And when he saw the golden daffodils were fluttering and dancing in the gentle breeze, and whenever he is reminded of this sight, he feels his heart also dances with the golden daffodils. Thus, the poet, through this poem, tells us the impact of nature on human being. That the nature can not only make us happy at the moment, but it can make us happy later in our life too. Just like a poet is happy even in the sad and thoughtful moment when he is reminded of the golden daffodils, and especially in the sad moment that sight of golden daffodils flashes to his mind and makes him happy, and his heart dances with the golden daffodils. Thanks for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Give your feedback and don't hesitate to ask your doubts.